No fade channel, just a trailer. This is Echoes? Who are they going to add from Echoes that isn't already in? Sonya again? Okay, sure. You know, that was maybe the most predictable thing.
If you want to be a great enchantress, you have to look the part.
Is she ascended?
Yes,
I don't think she is. Oh, she's a Rearmed Hero. Okay. Arcane Green Tome. Arcane Caliburnus. With another Ploy 3 skill. Or Ploy 4 skill. Are we getting Jessie finally? We're getting Mycen. I bet Jessie's the 4-star.
I am Mycen, just an old man from a humble village.
Worldy Lance, Joint Close Guard. That is a little niche, but sure.
Sloppy.
We're going straight to the new hero type? Wait, is this a no 4-star focus? Oh no. What's happening? Huh.
I will face any foe.
So it's just Triandre. I'm confused. What is that? Oh, we have an X skill, Death Blow Echo. We got X skills now. It seems like it's just like another Sacred Seal slot.
This power makes me feel like I could burst. I may never get used to it.
So these are Attuned Heroes,
Oh,
which
nuts.
we don't know what they do yet. They have a 5th skill slot, I saw it there. Oh, so many skills. Attack, Oath Echo. I don't know, like just getting an extra skill slot that you can put like Death Blow 2 on is not immediately that exciting, but I guess we'll see. That's her GHB. I think her name is Nui Baba, right? I kind of forget. So no 4-star focus in this banner. We have 2 Attuned Heroes and 1 Rearmed Hero. After the summoning focus ends, these new heroes will continue to be available through future summoning events. Exception, Sonya, Triandre, and Peony. May or may not appear again. Great. Yeah, what kind of Echoes banner is this? There's got to be a direct emote in here. No shot there's no direct emote. So this new hero type, the Attuned Heroes, they add 2 at a time? Every time? I'm confused. Attuned Heroes carry special Attuned Skills. You can inherit Attuned Heroes... Sorry, you can inherit Attuned and other skills from an Attuned Hero without them leaving your barracks. So for example, if you want to give it to Sharena, you can do that. Attuned Heroes. Since the source ally is an Attuned Hero, they will not be lost, but you will no longer be able to use them as a source ally when inheriting skills or when creating comment manuals. Inheriting Attuned skills cannot be inherited again, nor can they be equipped with exclusive skills other than weapon skills, with exception. What's up with all this exceptions? Genuinely don't know what to make of this. This can only be done once for each Attuned hero in your barracks. So they're, I mean, so far it just seems like they're better Rearmed Heroes. They're just like strictly better. You can equip Attuned skills in the new skill slot. Some exceptions exist. I'm just confused now. Oh, green's really good. Okay. Right. Maybe they're Rearmed Heroes, but they don't come with arcane weapons. Maybe that's the idea. So this is basically like a new form of vertical growth for your units, right? Which they don't introduce very often. Because it's a new skill slot, and you have to go out of your way. Like for each unit you want to give this to, you have to summon one of these Attuned Heroes. Start with Sonya. Oh, Sonya. So she appears to be a Rearmed Hero. Did it give... Oh, it did give her the little thing. I missed it. New Rearmed Hero. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick out somebody to be a potential Rearmed Hero from Echoes, Sonya. It's a logical choice. Okay. We've got an Arcane Green Tome. Arcane Caliburnus. Extra special trigger. Start of combat, grants block +5 to unit. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. And grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. And neutralizes post bonuses to attack and res. Seems pretty good. The auto double is kind of a weird choice because so many mages have high speed now anyway. It's not a bad thing though. Auto double, heavy blade, stats. This tome doesn't seem that nutty to me, but it probably is the best inheritable green tome we have. I mean, almost certainly. It's just not as good as a perf would be. Beyond Witchery grants blah +8 to unit. Okay, so that's like a fury buff. Just straight +8 to all stats. At start of turn, grants special cooldown count -X to unit, and deals X damage to unit. On turn 1, X equals 2, otherwise X equals 1. Okay, so she's getting herself into escape route range. Neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. Yeah, we got 2 greens in this banner. I think they really want this banner to sell well. Maybe they're paranoid that the Echoes banner won't sell very well on its own, so they doubled up a Rearmed Hero and an Attuned Hero on green. Yeah, Beyond Witchery seems obviously really good. It's a perf A slot skill. It's always better when the Rearmed Heroes have perf skills they can use, otherwise they don't really stand out at all. So this gives her tempo. This gives her it gives her times pulse essentially, except it's at the start of every turn and it's like non-conditional. And it gives her like 1 damage. I wonder why it sometimes inflicts 2 damage instead of 1. Also shows they aren't too confident in Ascended Heroes anymore. Yeah, and I can kind of see why. Like, Ascended Heroes, they really don't do that much for you. They give you like 1 more Ascended for it, and like, if you have like enough Ascended for it, then you don't really... I don't know, like I've never gone out of my way to get an extra Ascended for it. Sonya seems good. Is she a flyer? What is she? She's an infantry. Infantry green tome. Even though we just got said. Kind of seems like they have a similar gimmick as well of spamming AoE specials. Are the dual ploy skills better? They are much better because they inflict the ploy status. So she's got attack res ploy 3. We got another ploy skill extremely quickly, right? Like basically like the next opportunity after the last one, right? We got Rearmed Plumeria, and then we immediately got Rearmed Sonya. How is she warping here, by the way? Whatever. Oh, escape route, that's how. I see, so she inflicts damage on herself to give her escape route 4. Yeah, okay. She seems alright. I think her value as far as skill fighter goes is mostly going to be from attack res ploy. That's maybe even just more desirable than defense res ploy. So it's kind of lame that they released it immediately after defense res ploy 3. I don't know.
I am Mycen, just an old man from a humble village.
Mycen's art looks really good. He is a Cav Lance with Worldly Lance. Extra special trigger at start of turn. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants defense res +6, neutralizes those bonuses during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. That's honestly really good. We've gotten this kind of buff before, like on Noah, but that was just like for a support partner, I'm pretty sure. Same for Valoria. Now it's just like a... everyone within 2 spaces gets it, period. Neutralizes those bonuses during combat. So that seems alright to me, actually. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally and inflicts attack defense -X on foe, X equals 20% of unit's defense, +6. Wow, why are we slapping on a +6? That's not typical. Have we always done that in these types of skills? I don't think so. This seems new. So let's say he has like 45 defense. He inflicts like -14 attack and defense on you. Ian makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat. Okay. So he gets an auto double, he gets guard, he gets a big attack defense debuff. He seems okay, I guess. He doesn't really fit into, like, the cav roles that I usually use. Like, he's not like a Gale Forcer. He's not like a super duper tank, I don't think. That might be what they're going for, actually. Maybe he is just like a dedicated tank. Yeah, this is the only permanent pull unit on the whole banner, and I suspect that we are getting a direct emote here, and they just didn't highlight it. Like, I figure it's got to be the same thing that happened with Patty last time. I bet when they update the website for Meet the Heroes, we're gonna find out about a direct emote. Because, I mean, they gotta get these leftover Echoes guys in the game somehow. Jesse and, like, whoever else is there. I think there's, like, one more besides Jesse. Jesse's the one I've been looking out for. I like Jesse. I think he's cool. And then he's got Joint Close Guard, so Mycen... Mycen is a unit that's not going to get used very much. But if you're a big Mycen fan, then he won't disappoint, I suppose. I don't know, though. This support buff he gives is not bad. I just figured it'll be like the same as Noah, where, like, theoretically he's useful, but in practice you don't see him getting used very often.
Sloppy.
Mycen might be, like, the best Jagan in the game now. In FEH, right? I can't think of any Jagans that are actually good competitively. So Mycen might be the closest we have. As far as all the old men go. Gunter, Titania, Seth, none of them have good alts in the game. Really. Mycen might be the only one. Vander will change that when he gets added. So then we have 2 Attuned Heroes, which is not how I expected this to play out. The way I thought it was going to be was, like, Triandre was going to be, like, an accessory that you that you equip to heroes freely. Like, you can de-equip and re-equip her like a Sacred Seal. That's what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think she would just be a sword. Outfit kind of similar to Rearmed Plumeria. Yeah, you figure if Plumeria is rearmed, then why not Triandre as well? So she's a sword flyer. Okay. Deathblow Echo is a new X skill. I think, like, the green border they have on X skills looks way cooler than the ugly yellow highlight border we got on tier 4 skills. Not that that's, like, a super important point. Look at the skill set, by the way. She has a perf dance. She has 3 tier 4 skills. And she's got the X skill. Deathblow Echo 2 gives you Deathblow 2. This is giving me, like, big Harmonized Mia vibes, where, like, the very first time they do this new type of skill, they make it extremely underwhelming for no reason, and then, like, very soon they're gonna start putting, like, actually good effects on here. Like, this first one is gonna be Deathblow 2, but then, like, 6 months from now, it's gonna be, like, attack speed finish Echo. And it just gives you all the effects from attack speed finish. I don't know how far they'll go, like, that quickly, but yeah, like, I'm sure we're gonna start getting, like, way better skills on X slots. Like, this is almost like, it's almost like showing their hands. Like obviously we're gonna get way better X skills. Like, this is, like, not even worth pulling for, honestly. Like, just +4 attack. You go through all this effort, you summon an entirely new hero just to get Deathblow Echo? I don't think so. It's not worth it yet. Even if it is, like, a new form of vertical growth for your favorite heroes, it doesn't seem worth it. Anyway, she's a sword flyer, she's a dancer, I presume. Her Flower of Tribute, accelerate special trigger. For foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, deals 5 damage to foe as their combat begins. Okay. And inflicts speed defense -5 on foe during their combat. At start, I wonder if this works like the after combat healing effects. I imagine it does. Because it's before combat, right? Oh, as their combat begins. I don't know, actually. I figure, like, functionally, it's most similar to the healing after combat effects, so I suspect it. I guess what I'm getting at is that, like, you can't negate this with feud skills. So I think, like, for example, you could support Lucia with this Triandre. Death Blow Echo on Blue Tome Reinhardt. Finally, Reinhardt can be good again. He's gonna get that crucial 4 attack he's been looking for. It's not impossible. I mean, sure, like, I'd like to have it for Legendary Micaiah, but I don't have any orbs right now, and I'm not swiping just for this. Anyway. Yeah, so she's got this cool damage before combat effect. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants blah plus 5, and deals damage equal 20% of unit speed. So is this... I don't think this is a rearmed sword. Like, I think this is just a perf. I think this is stuck to Triandre. Otherwise, it'd be like an arcane weapon. So, Attuned Heroes, they're like Rearmed Heroes, but they don't have inheritable weapons. They just have X skills. I guess, like, speaking strictly in terms of, like, power creep and what units are actually, like, meta-defining, I think the X skills are more impactful than the arcane weapons. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to give, like, an arcane lance to somebody that just came out that has a way better lance? Like, you would just give them an X skill instead. Yeah, a new way to duplicate skills. You can still do that with Attuned Heroes, it sounds like. That's a really good point, yeah. Because at this point, like, look at all this. There's like 20 skills here to inherit. In total. Let's actually take a quick look at Sharena here. Inheriting this. It looks like it's just 4. Maybe the advantage with X skills is that, like, it's just the one level. Like, you don't have to inherit a precursor for it. It's just attack, oath, echo. Yo, seeing these, so this is just attack, oath, and not like attack, defense, oath. Like, seeing the icon with just the red in the background and nothing else is kind of interesting. So yeah, she's got her sword, she's got Harrowing Dream, inflicts blob -5, guard, and sabotage on foes in cardinal directions of the unit. Further punishing you for using debuffs on your units. It's actually a pretty good debuff to apply with a dance, because you're debuffing them, then like you're doubling their debuffs with sabotage. She has attack speed clash 4, but she also has no way to like move further, I don't think, which is kind of weird. You would think she'd have like some kind of movement skill to help her move farther. Slow refresh 4 is kind of random too for a dancer, right? Oh, this is new actually. If unit initiates combat, inflicts speed defense -4 on foe, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40%, and restores 10 HP to unit after combat. I think the new part is the speed defense -4 and the 40% DR. I love getting one new playable character and also Jedda's daughter before Jeddah himself. I was saying earlier, I bet you that we're still gonna get a direct emote here. Like with Patty, like they just didn't show it in the trailer. There's no way they made an entire Echoes banner and just added Mycen as like the only new character. I bet you 5 million orbs that will get Jessie as a direct emote. And we'll find out when they update the Meet the Heroes. But yeah, that's Triandre, I guess. We're gonna get so many like pretty good dancers in like short succession. Like it's gonna be hard to gauge how good they are individually, I feel like. Echo skill bullshit is fine, just makes me think now that the only reason to pull Rearmed Heroes is for the weapon. Yep. Well, for the weapon, and they could still have other good skills. So she is an Axe Flyer, so Peony can move adjacent to Plumeria. Be really funny if her perf skill was just like unit can move adjacent to any Plumeria on the field. Alright. It's so much stuff here. Cross Spur Speed, okay. Rock Slide Dance 3. If Singer Dance, right, I guess we know what it does, it's pretty good. The attack speed version is probably better in most cases though. I guess the advantage to this is that it's on a Rearmed Hero. Sorry, Attuned Hero. Attack Oath Echo. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack +6, and unit can move to a space adjacent to any ally within 2 spaces to unit for 1 turn. This is like 10 times better than Death Blow 2. What were they thinking? Wait, this is a warping skill. Alright, that's so strange. To introduce X skills, have one that's like very mediocre, then also have one that's actually really useful. Like this one is actually maybe worth pulling for. That's so strange that they did it like this. Although I guess like so this theoretically frees up your C slot, but then like what else are you gonna, what else are you gonna put there? Maybe that's the question. In Peony's case, you could give her like speed defense snap or something crazy like that, I guess. She's got attack speed unity. Wait, who is the new GHP, by the way? Oh, it's Nui Baba. That's right. We saw her earlier. Marla. Who the frick is Marla? I thought I had the name right. This lady? Oh, that's Sonya's sister. Okay. Got it. Flower of Caring. Extra special trigger. For allies in cardinal directions of unit. Grants attack speed +5. And restores 5 HP to ally after their combat. The cardinal directions is like kind of limiting. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants block +5 to unit, reduces damage from first attack by 40%, and restores 5 HP to unit after combat. And also, if an ally is in a cardinal direction of unit, grants an additional block +4 to unit during combat. Doesn't seem that insane, if I'm being honest. The highlight is just the support effects. Like she can grant you attack speed +5 from far away. But you know who else can do that? Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is just better, actually. Ironically, Gatekeeper's support effect, I'm pretty sure, is just better. But of course, Gatekeeper is not a dancer, so that's the trade-off. I'm guessing Tender Dream gives you the movement skill again. Grants Blah +4. Unit can move to a space adjacent to any ally. And Canto 1 to target ally. Okay, this is actually pretty nuts. Granting the same buffs she gave before, plus Canto 1 to everybody after you dance is pretty good. So she'll be useful. Although I will say the fact that she's not a mythic hero, and the fact that she's not a duo hero with a button, right? That does make me feel less inclined to pull for her. Like, if I'm gonna pull for her, it's not gonna be to actually use her, it's gonna be for attack, oath, echo. Also, it's a funny coincidence that they introduced echo skills on the Echo's banner. They explained Attuned Heroes. Carry special attuned skills. You can inherit. So, like, is this gonna mess up the UI for all the units that don't have attuned skills? It looks so crowded now. There's 5 entire slots up here. Also, am I the only one that thinks that X should come before C? Sorry, before S? Because you have like your 3 main skills that are inheritable. The X skills are also inheritable, and then you have your Sacred Seal. I feel like the Sacred Seal should come last. Yeah. Also, now people are just going to edit like an E before these two. And all of our units are going to have A, B, C sex skills. You can inherit the new sex skills to your favorite unit. Alright, anyway. Yeah, and I guess that's the whole banner. I can't pull on it. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to, because I ain't got no orbs. I spent them all for Hinoka and Olentia. So I'm broke. Oh, did they give us 3 sparks? I missed it. That's random. Up to 3 times. Alright, maybe because there's 2 Attuned Heroes and 1 Rearmed Hero. How are new Heroes banners even gonna look from now on? I think from now on we're just gonna get at least 2 units that are some combination of Arcane, sorry, Ascended, Rearmed, or Attuned. It's gonna get messy. It's already kind of hard to keep track of who's Ascended and who's Rearmed. Alright, I guess we'll check out the subreddit, and we'll call it a night. Do you think there will one day be a whole banner that's just Ascended Heroes, Rearmed Heroes, and Attuned Heroes? I think it's possible. Attuned Heroes will not be added to the normal pool. Yeah, we could have figured that. I'm surprised we didn't get a FEH channel. I guess they just didn't have anything else to show aside from the Attuned Heroes. And I mean, they are like extremely similar to Rearmed Heroes, so I can see why they didn't think it needed its own introduction. This is also a funny observation. Forging bonds with only 2 Echoes units. See, this is why there's got to be a direct emote. Man, the gap in quality between the 2 attuned skills they're starting us with. Yeah, I really don't know what they were thinking here. This is like the most inexplicable decision ever. Whatever. Maybe if your unit already has warping and they're perf, maybe then you would want Deathblow Echo. But really, what you'd want to do then is just wait for a much better attuned skill. Attuned skills cannot be used in conjunction with other perf skills. Okay, so this is interesting. Only attuned heroes can equip both their attuned skill and an exclusive skill, such as Grey Waves. Right. This is going to mess some people up, I think. I think people are going to inherit attuned skills and not realize that. So, like, for example, Legendary Micaiah, I was saying earlier I'd want to give her Attack Oath Echo, but I actually wouldn't want to, because then I would lose Prescience, and that's like the best perf skill in the entire game. Prescience is actually so crucial. But yeah, that is surprisingly lame. So like, I don't know, I'm actually really surprised by that. So like most legendary heroes just cannot use attuned skills, if I'm reading this correctly. Attuned skills that have been inherited cannot be inherited. Okay. Oh, sorry. So they were actually saying that Grey Waves is an exception to this. Okay. But other perf skills, so like Rallying Cry and Hinoka, I mean anything else really, like perf specials on Sigurd or Fjorm, like you just cannot have a X skill equipped at the same time. So really, I thought this was a new form of vertical progression for your units, but it's actually not. It is, but only for like some units. It's actually better for like old units, which is kind of interesting. Old units that don't have perf skills. With that in mind, I actually don't know who I would even give the attuned skills to. We have a big old Burger King ad dividing our threads. So we have 183 comments on the Salt thread. Then we have our BK ad, and then we have 40 comments on our Hype thread. I'm gonna guess that we're mad about there being a new hero type that's so similar to Rearmed Heroes. Also, we're salty about the fact that we only have 1 new Echoes unit getting added. I will not be pulling personally because I don't have any orbs. I spent everything on Alencia and Hinoka, so I need to recover. I have like 10 orbs right now. I exhausted everything. And yeah, like since like now that I'm realizing that I can't even give the new X skills to units that have perf skills, like actually makes the banner much less appealing to me. Like this banner is actually not appealing to me at all. I guess there's Attack Res Ploy on Sonya. That's probably the highlight. Yeah, if I had more orbs to spare, I'd probably go for Attack Res Ploy 3. I wanted to go for Defense Res Ploy on Plumeria, but it didn't work out. New hero joins the battle. Literally 1. Only 1 new hero on the banner. Moment I saw a new hero joins the battle, my expectations hit the floor. Wait, hold on. In the FEH channel, did it actually say like just 1? Sorry, FEH trailer, did it just say 1? A new hero joins the battle. Just 1. Oh, that's so funny. Mycen, as of right now, is the only unit in the entire game to have this distinction of being introduced as a new hero. That's so funny. A new hero joins the battle. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, because usually they would just put that before like the whole banner. But this time they have a Rearmed Hero to introduce, an Attuned Hero to introduce. I love this. Absolutely loathe this new mechanic. I'm actually pretty apathetic towards it. I don't know, I guess in practice there's still going to be a lot of people inheriting attuned skills to their units. Units that don't need perf skills to be equipped. Waited ages for an Arcane Green Tome, but I find out Sonya's fodder to be kind of underwhelming. I think Attack Res Ploy is really good, personally. Also, like a lot of the Green Tomes that you would inherit to already have high res. I think most of them have high res. Maybe I'm misremembering, but like doesn't Talchu have pretty good res? Perhaps I'm wrong. I think Bastion has pretty good res. Noma, Jesse, base Dean. Yeah, we never did get a Dean, did we? It's awkward because he and Jesse are the same unit type. I don't know what it is with Celica's route and like just giving you mages and sword guys the entire time. In my playthrough of Echoes, I got Dean, so I just had like 4 sword guys running around. Kamui, Dean, Jesse, and Saber, and I used all of them too. Inherited attuned skills cannot be inherited again, nor can they be equipped with exclusive skills other than weapons. Yeah. So any unit that relies on having a perf skill aside from their weapon is just not going to be able to use this. Like that's the part that I find most perplexing, honestly. I guess it's a good thing, because it means that like the units that can use it are like the ones that need the extra help. I don't got anything else to say about this. Interesting banner. I'm looking forward to seeing who our direct emote is. Maybe I'm coping, but I don't think I am. I bet by the time this reaction video goes up, we'll know who the direct emote is. I think that's gonna be it for this reaction. Too bad we didn't get a FEH channel, but I guess this was the only thing they had to show, so it is what it is. I'll try and upload this reaction soon, because if I don't get it out of the way soon, then I'll never do it. I'm mostly preoccupied working on Reborn right now, but I can try and get this out quickly. Also, we did another summoning session for Hinoka on the Legendary Lincia banner, and I haven't uploaded it yet, and I don't know if I ever will. It's gonna be tricky. I'll try and get it up, maybe sometime this week. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. It was fun reacting to this with you guys. Tune in tomorrow for our weekly Fae gameplay stream.